this new Roblox anime game releases tomorrow. As you guys may know, Roblox is really dry right now, so we're finally getting a game that could change that. And it's actually a Jujutsu Kaisen game that got a lot of hype back in the day called Grand Kaisen. And I'm pretty sure the game was supposed to come out a lot earlier this year, but for whatever reason got delayed. I think the owner sold it, so now there's a new owner or some situation like that, but regardless, it's coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, I do have early access to the game, but make sure to fasten your seatbelts because the gameplay I'm about to show you is some of the craziest gameplay you've ever witnessed. So now that I'm actually in the game, let me tell you guys why I think this game is low-key just one of the games of all time. Here's the loading screen, but when you go to characters, right, here's the first red flag, okay? First of all, the hair colors don't change. You cannot change your hair colors. I was trying to make myself look like Gojo because I spun the limitless thing, and unfortunately that just didn't work out for us. But the spin system, right, you have a bunch of different rarities, you know, your typical spin system, and the prices aren't that bad. 5 spins for 50 Robux, not anything tragic, but definitely not the best just because it is a spin system. But I do understand most games are doing spin systems these days because it's the way to make the most amount of money. But when you actually get in the main game, this is where the real concerns come in, right? What you thought I was saying earlier is weird for a game that's about to release in a day. Now, let me show you guys what's really weird. Okay, so I did get some skills, right? For some reason, I did roll limitless, but I don't know how to actually get or equip limitless. It's not in my inventory. But for whatever reason, I just can't equip my limitless. I don't know what's going on with that. But when you actually get in the game, like I said, here are the real issues. Let me show you guys some of the limitless moves. Oh, here's this meteor move, right? You might think, oh, you see, where was my media there? That's kind of one of the concerns I'm having for a game that's supposed to release tomorrow. That is not just like a common bug, it's more than common. Let me show you guys some of the other problems that I'm seeing right now that are tragic. So here you see this bandit. It's a typical bandit quest over there. You have to do this, I believe, until you're level 10. And the combat is pretty basic. I don't know what's going on right now with that, but that was not bugged like that earlier. When I use okay, it's not working at all now. I'll show you guys some footage of me using it earlier, and it did look visually decent, but there was definitely, like, it wouldn't hit him at all, so it really didn't matter. Like, it was bugged to the point where it couldn't even hit him. So I'm loaded back in the game, and I'm hoping those bugs for whatever reason are gonna be gone, because I straight up could not see any of my moves. Maybe it was because I opened the UI before I didn't do that. So maybe just opening of the UI bugged your whole game. I don't even know. But let me go back and, okay, that's not a good sign. Okay, that is also not a good sign. I'll play some of the footage of the moves before, but even before, the moves just wouldn't activate, and when they the moves would activate, but they wouldn't actually hit the target. Like, they would just not do any damage, or like not even affect them at all. They were just like animations that we're playing. And also, another huge red flag for a game that's about to release in a day. You might think this floating rock is the only problem, like, oh, it's whatever, it's just a floating rock, it's not gonna affect us that much. Also, a half floating rock right there. But I don't really care about the physics in a Roblox game that much. But right here is where the real problem is. This is right at the spawn area. Every player is gonna be here, so this is not an issue that's minor by any means. You can straight up just go under the map and go explore under the map. Like, and you might think it's a secret tunnel. It is not a secret tunnel. It's literally just under the map. And that's something that should be easily fixable, I would assume. It's literally in the spawn area, it's noticeable, and when you have an issue like this in the game, you should not be releasing your game the next day. I don't think that's going to be fixed. There's no way they could fix all of this. It's just not possible. I'm not even trying to hate. It's just simply not possible. But hey, we'll see tomorrow. The next thing we have is over here. We have a Toto NPC, and I don't know what he's doing here. He just does nothing. He just chills here. But it's the one guy from Jujutsu Kaisen, the brain guy. Yeah, so we have Toto here, right? And for some reason, there's only 2 places on the map, and that's definitely concerning for a game that's releasing with only 2 places that aren't even that big. I don't think there's more. At first I thought, oh, maybe I just have to go travel there first, but I never traveled to Jujutsu High and I could TP there, so I'm not exactly sure. It looks like there's just only 2 places, and they haven't shown any other in the trailer or nothing, so I think there's only 2. Visually, this map does look really good. The scales, to be honest, don't look as good as the map does. The map is definitely the best visual part about this game, in my opinion. But when you get to this part, Jujutsu High, this is concerted. Trust me, this part is concerted, right? So you talk to this panda, right, to try to get this quest. I can't do it for that reason, probably because of my level. Doesn't tell me what level, which is another problem in itself, but I'm not really that worried about that. That's one of the minor problems in this game. So here you have Maki, right? For some reason, Maki doesn't have her sword. And also, Maki looking like Andrew Tate. Maki a little bald, which isn't necessarily a problem. Maybe it's a new hairstyle or something. But also for some reason the NPCs are constantly walking like this. They don't run. Not necessarily a big fan of NPCs not even running. And also I think it's the same server earlier, or someone just killed her in this server too. But for whatever reason, when you kill her, she doesn't die, and she just she doesn't have a health bar anymore. So now she just doesn't die. And now the moves are bugged. I don't know what they did. So I'm back at Jujutsu Criminalary or something like that. And here, let me tell you some other problems. Like I said, the bosses aren't loaded in the game yet, apparently. And they have 1 day to do that and fix all the bugs that are going to come with the bosses. And also, you have only 1 quest with 1 NPC. Imagine everybody that loads in the game is going to have to beat this 1 NPC until they're like level 10. So if you don't understand the problem with that, essentially everybody's going to be fighting for 1 NPC. I don't even know if you get credit for if multiple people get credit. I hope multiple people get credit. But regardless, this is definitely gonna be a problem. And if I'm being honest, this game is just cooked. I don't know why they're releasing it right now, unless I'm somehow playing the wrong version of the game. This is not a game that's supposed to be released in a day. This is at least a month, but I'm not a dev, so I could be wrong. But comment W gameplay if y'all enjoy me reviewing the games in more of a gameplay format rather than a commentary. If you guys enjoyed, I'll for sure make more. Let me know.